All right. Welcome to another Deep Dive, everyone. Today we're looking at something, well, it's pretty huge.
Definitely huge.
We're talking about Berkshire Hathaway's cash reserves.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, they've got a ton of it, $325 billion.
Lot of cash.
$325 billion.
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash. We've seen some interesting stuff about this recently.
Yeah.
You've sent us some stuff about this. And, we want to figure this out.
Yeah.
What does this mean for Berkshire? What does it mean for the stock?
Yeah.
Especially for you listening, right? How can we use this information to make decisions?
Yeah.
So, right off the bat, like I just said, $325 billion. That's mind-boggling.
Yeah, it's a lot of cash.
What does that even mean?
It's bigger than the GDP of a lot of countries.
Yeah. I mean, for context, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the listener out there,
yeah.
This is an insane amount of money.
It's a lot of firepower.
Yeah.
In the markets.
Our sources talk about, market flexibility that this gives Berkshire.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly does that mean? Like, what kind of flexibility are we talking about here?
Well, they can move when other people can't. Think about it like this. 2008, right? Financial crisis.
Right.
Everything's going down.
Yeah.
Buffett was able to swoop in, invest in companies like Goldman Sachs,
right,
General Electric, at a time when no one had cash. Everyone was panicking.
Yeah.
And he was sitting there with, billions of dollars that he could deploy.
So, like, everyone's selling, they're trying to get whatever they can. He's like, I'll take that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I mean, that's powerful.
So it gives them the ability to basically not worry about the little, the day-to-day fluctuations. They can kind of just look for those big opportunities.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
this cash isn't just sitting idle. It's actually...
right, because you'd think it's just sitting there.
Yeah. A lot of it is invested in short-term treasuries. So very, very safe.
So they're still making money on that cash. Oh, yeah. They're generating about $12.7 billion a year in interest.
Just on interest?
Yeah, just on interest.
Wow.
From Treasury.
$12.7 billion in interest every year. Just to kind of put that into perspective, that's a
lot of money.
A company in itself.
It's a fortune.
A lot of companies would love to just, have that much revenue.
Exactly.
Okay. So what can they do with that money?
Well, they can do share buybacks.
Uh-huh.
Which can, increase the value of the remaining shares.
Right, okay.
They can reinvest it into their businesses,
Yay.
like their core businesses.
Okay.
They can do a lot with it.
Now, I think a lot of people out there
Yeah.
would probably think, why are they sitting on all this cash?
Yeah, that's a common concern.
Why aren't they investing it?
Right.
Why aren't they putting this money to work?
It's just sitting there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's the thought process behind that?
Well, I think Buffett's view is that in a volatile market,
Yeah.
it's better to be cautious. Having that cash reserve is a sign of stability.
Right.
And prudence, especially when there's a lot of uncertainty.
Right. So it's a safety net, kind of.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, it's like if the market takes off,
Yeah.
they've kind of missed out on that opportunity.
Yeah. If they miss the timing, it could be a missed opportunity.
Right. What happens if things, turn around, things start getting good again?
Well, then that's when the real power of that cash comes in.
Yep.
They can use it for acquisitions,
Uh-huh.
expanding into new markets,
Right.
investing heavily in their existing businesses.
Yeah.
And that's where the potential for growth really lies.
So they're basically waiting for the right moment
Yeah.
to strike.
Exactly.
All right, so they've got this huge cash reserve. They're making money on it already just by having it.
Yeah.
But they're also waiting for that right opportunity to really put it to work
Yeah, they're being patient and strategic.
and potentially make a lot more money. So, I mean, for the listener out there, put yourself in Buffett's shoes.
Yeah.
You've got $325 billion sitting there.
Yeah.
What would be the most strategic way to leverage that?
That's the question, isn't it?
Good question.
It's something that only he can answer. But I think, what we can say for sure is that Berkshire Hathaway is in a unique position.
Yeah.
They both have a very strong defense
Yeah.
and a very strong offense.
Right. That cash is both.
It's a shield and a sword.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, potentially positive stock performance. That's something for the listeners to keep in mind.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you taking the time to go through this with us.
That's my pleasure.
And for you listening, think about what we just said. Think about Berkshire's history, what the market's doing right now.
Yeah.
And think about your own goals. What do you think is the best way for Berkshire to use this cash? that's something to think about as you make your own investment decisions. Thanks again for joining us for this deep dive into Berkshire Hathaway's cash.
Thanks for having me.
We'll catch you in the next one.